Welcome back everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be showing you this DIY face cream with lactic and malic acid. These acids are amazing for your skin. They help to exfoliate your skin, improve the appearance of your skin over time. So I'm going to show you my process for making this cream. So let's jump right in, and if this is your first time stopping by, my name is Esther and I make DIY hair and skincare videos, and I also sell my products on my website, as well as teaching online formulating courses. If you want to check any of these things out, I'll have that linked in the description box. So let's get started. So here is the formula in percents, and I also converted this to grams as well. I have a video showing how you can convert your percents to grams. I'll leave that video linked in the description box. Please don't forget to subscribe as well and turn on your notifications so that way you don't miss any videos I upload. I also have a bunch of other helpful videos that you can check out. So I'm going to get started weighing out my ingredients, and I'm going to start out with my oil phase. The oil phase is all your oil-based ingredients. I'll also link my lotions and creams videos in the description box as well. I'm going to weigh out my emulsifying wax. I'm using Olivem 1000. You can use another emulsifying wax as long as it works in this formula, in this pH range, because it is going to be a lower pH. And for my co-emulsifier, I'm going to be using stearic acid. This just helps to make the product more stable, and it also helps to thicken up your product. There are also other options. Make sure you watch the videos I'm going to link in the description box. It's going to be very helpful. And then I'm using xanthan gum. This is cosmetic grade xanthan gum. This also helps to make this cream more stable, and it's also going to help with thickening this as well. So I'm going to add in my grapeseed oil. You can use any lightweight oil because this is going on your face. You don't want anything too heavy or greasy. I'm also adding in some sweet almond oil. This is another lightweight and moisturizing oil. So the oil phase is pretty much done, and the reason I added the xanthan gum here is because I tend to experience less clumping and lumps when I add it in my oil phase instead of my water phase. So moving on to the water phase, I'm going to get started with distilled water. You can also use purified water, but my preference is distilled water. And I'm also adding in some rose hydrosol. Rose hydrosol is an optional ingredient. Rose hydrosol smells amazing, first of all, and it also is very soothing on your skin and is great for irritation. And then I'm also using panthenol. Panthenol is also going to act as a humectant as well as propanediol. These are all humectants that help to attract moisture to your skin, but they are also optional ingredients. You can also use vegetable glycerin as well. So just mixing everything, after mixing, I'm going to take note of the weight. Because I am going to be heating this up, there is going to be evaporation. So some of that water is going to be lost due to heat. So just take note of the weight, the jar and the water. Take note of that weight, write it down, so that way you know how much water to replace. So I'm just going to heat this up. I have a small jar that I also heat up along with the oil phase jar and water phase jar. So I'm going to heat this up till it gets to a temperature of between 150 to about 160. That's just a guideline. Once heated, I'm going to take off my jars from the heat, and the temperature of my water phase is about 162 degrees Fahrenheit. So all I'm going to do is replace the water that has been lost during the heating process. You don't want to skip this part, so make sure you replace the water that has been lost. And once that's been done, I'm going to combine both jars together. I'm going to add my water phase to my oil phase, and then I'm going to stick blend for at least 3 minutes. You want to really take your time to blend, so that way the water phase and oil phase are well mixed together. So this is what my mixture is looking like. It is on the watery and runny side. So that is fine. As the mixture cools down, it's going to thicken up. So I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to work on my cool down phase, my cool down ingredients that are sensitive to heat. So I'm going to start out with my preservative. You want to make sure you're using a broad spectrum preservative. So I'm going to be using Louicidal Complete. I have 2 preservative videos. I'll leave that linked in the description box if you want to check that out. And to this, I'm going to add my licorice extract. This is good for helping to brighten up your skin. You can leave this out or use another extract. I'm also going to add in my lactic acid, and I have articles I'll leave linked in the description box as well. Just be careful when you're using AHAs in formulating. If you're not familiar with them, please do your research, understand these ingredients before you formulate with them. To my lactic acid, I'm going to add in malic acid. This is another AHA. So AHAs help to exfoliate your skin. They help with improving the skin tone, texture of your skin. So once again, I'll have these articles linked in the description box. So I'm just going to give this a good mix to get everything well combined. So I usually let my mixture cool down to below 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So once it's cooled down to that temperature, I will add in the rest of my cool down ingredients. But I'm just going to give this a quick mix just to remove any clumps or lumps that may have formed while this mixture was cooling. So this is what the consistency is looking like. So I'm going to add in my vitamin E oil. Vitamin E is an antioxidant, so it's going to help keep your oils in this formula fresh, and it's going to prevent it from going rancid. I'm going to just add in the rest of my cool down ingredients that I mixed earlier on, and then I'm going to give it a good mix to get everything combined. So I have my pH buffer solution right here. I'm going to add that into my mixture. This is going to help raise up the pH because with AHAs, they tend to lower the pH of your products. So this buffer solution is going to help raise up the pH. And if you check the description box, I have a video showing how to make a pH solution, pH buffer solution with sodium hydroxide. So this is extremely important. We want a pH range of about 3.5 to 4.5. That's typically what most AHA products would be, the pH. So after adding this, just give this a good mix for about a minute just to get everything well combined. And this is what the consistency is starting to look like. So it has thickened up much more than before. So with Olive M1000, it is going to give you a really lovely consistency. It's a really good emulsifying wax. So whatever emulsifying wax you decide to use, just make sure that it is compatible with a lower pH. So the goal of this cream is to have a finished pH of about 3.5 to 4.5. That is the range. So I'm just going to go ahead and check the pH. I'm going to weigh out a small amount of my cream, add in some distilled water, give it a good mix, and then take the reading with my pH meter. So the final pH is at 4.05. Of course, you can always go higher. I would say no more than 4.5. You want to keep it on the acidic side since it's AHA product. But so far this is what this face cream is looking like. It's such a gorgeous texture, consistency. You can, like I said, you can always switch out your emulsifying wax. Just use something that's going to be compatible in this pH range. For me, before I package up my cream, I like to make sure that my cream is at room temperature. You never want to package up your cream when it's still hot, because then you can have condensation in your lid, and you really don't want that in your finished product. So just package this up once it's completely cold. And that's what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to package this up and I'm going to show you how it applies on the skin. So the moisturizing face cream with lactic acid, malic acid is ready. I like to use this cream at night time because you will have increased sensitivity to the sun because of the AHAs used. So be sure to use a good SPF moisturizer. I'm just going to show you how it applies on the skin. It is very lightweight. It absorbs fairly quickly. The thing with Olive M1000, you are going to have a slight soapy effect, so like a little white cast on the top of your skin, but it absorbs in after a few seconds. But this feels amazing on your skin. It feels really moisturizing and hydrating. So I hope you enjoyed this formula. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Please don't forget to subscribe if you've not, and also turn on your notifications so you don't miss any new videos I upload. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.